Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you or discuss with you the question answer of the NCERT Class 6 Chapter 3, that is Motion of the Earth. As you all know about the rotations, revolutions, etc. So let's see what is in this chapter. Okay. See, the first come in the mind, that is from the chapter name, that is the rotation, motion. So, what is rotation and what is the revolution? Here you get the answer that rotation is the movement of the earth on its axis, and the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or orbit is called the revolution. So it's a very common questions from the chapter, that what is rotations and what is revolutions. And what do you mean by the orbital plane? The axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66.5 degrees with its orbital plane. That is, the plane formed by the orbit is known as the orbital plane. You can get it in the very short answer type questions, that is can carry 1 marks. So you have to write that from the axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, to the it's known as the orbital plane. Up to this. And next is that the earth receives light from the sun due to the spherical shape of the earth. Underline this spherical shape term. It's a very important term for your MCQs. That is, what is the shape of the earth? And remember it is spherical shape. And next is that what do you mean by the circle of illuminations? So here, by line you can go to the see, the portion facing the sun experience day, while the other half away from the sun experiences night, and the circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illuminations, and this circle does not coincide with the axis. You have to write up to this. So what is the your answer about what is circle of illumination? That is, the portion facing the sun experiences day, while the other half away from the sun experiences night, and the circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination, and the circle does not coincide with the axis. This much your answer. And see, you can underline this line also. It's also important for your MCQ. That is, the period of rotation is known as the Earth day. And this is the daily motion of the Earth. So it's a important questions for your MCQ. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Remember, in current education's policies, they can give you this picture, or they can ask any questions regarding this. So make sure you learn this picture also, or you can get this picture also. See what you see in the picture. That is, the area in front of the sun is getting the heat, and the area away from the sun is cold. Is the basic answer of the questions, that is the day and night on the earth due to rotation. Make sure you learn the picture also, because in question you can get the picture and you have to write the explanation. That is, what you see in the picture. What would happen if the earth did not rotate? Thus, portion of the earth facing the sun would always experience a day, thus bringing continuous warmth to the region, and the other half would remain in the darkness and be freezing cold all the time. That life would not have been possible in such extreme condition. That is, if the earth did not rotate, then what happened? The portion in front of the sun is always hot, and the portion that is away from the sun is always cold. So here in the first paragraph, you will get the answer. And what is the revolution? Here you get the second motion of the earth around the sun. Its orbit is called the revolution, and it takes 365 by 1/4 days to revolve around the sun. You have to write this much for your answer. Also, you can learn the ancient Indian astronomer Aryabhatta had stated that the earth is round and rotate on its own axis. It's for important because for your MCQs. See, once again, I told you, understand the picture very carefully and practice it very carefully. You can get half of it, you can get whole of it, and you can get the question like this: what do you observe in this picture? So make sure you learn this. Then, what do you mean by leap year? As we all know, in February we get 1 day extra for, and that is called the leap year. And 6 hours saved every year are added to make 1 day over a span of 4 years. And this surplus day is added to the month of February, and thus every such a year with 366 days is called a leap year. Your answer should be this. So from 6 to leap year. You can add one thing also, that's the 365 days and less. But this answer is a perfect. And what do you mean by the elliptical orbit? It is clear that the Earth is going around the Sun in an elliptical orbit. So throughout its orbit, the Earth is inclined in the same direction. As year is usually divided into summer, winter, spring, and autumn season changes due to change in the position of the Earth around the Sun. Underline this section also. Why season change? You can get the question or MCQs or HOTS like this. That is, why season change? Season change due to the change in the position of the Earth around the Sun. Okay. Then go to the next page. What do you see in the next page? See, look at the figure. You will see that on 21st June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, and the rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. Underline this one. As a result, what happened? These areas receive more heat, and the area near the pole receive less heat, and the rays of the sun are slanting, and the North Pole is inclined towards the sun, and the places beyond the Arctic Circle experiences continuous daylight for about 6 months. Since a large portion of the northern hemisphere is getting light from the sun, it is summer in the region north of the equator, and the longest day and the shortest night at this place occur on the 21st June. Underline the date that here we get the longest day and the shortest night at this place on 21st June. At this time in the southern hemisphere, all these conditions are reversed. That means the shortest day and the longest night. It is winter season there, and the nights are longer than the days, and this position of the earth is called the summer solstice. So you can get a short note on this, and you have to write the entire paragraph, that is from on 21st June to the summer solstice. And next, what do you mean by winter solstice? Same like this. This is on 22nd December. The Tropic of Capricorn received direct rays of the sun as the South Pole tilts towards. So this, from this you get the answer, that is the winter solstice. Underline the day that on 21st March and September 23rd, direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. So underline this date. It's a very important date for MCQs. The when sun rays directly fall on the equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun, so the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. And this is called the equinox. What is this? Is called the equinox. So if you get the question, that is what you mean by equinox, you have to answer this paragraph, this entire paragraph, that is on 21st March to the equinox. Achha, northern, then it's the autumn season on 23rd December in the northern hemisphere, where the spring season in the southern hemisphere, and opposite is the case of 21st March. This is very important once again for MCQ. That is in 23rd September, where you get the autumn season in northern or in southern, or in where you get the spring season. You will get a question like this. I hope I can answer all the question and answer of these chapters. So make sure you read it very carefully, underline all the important spellings and practice it along with the exercise questions. And along with the, please like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any other queries regarding this chapter, write it in the comment box. I will definitely try to solve it. Make sure you learn it. Thank you for watching my videos.